So, one of my main reasons for creating this channel is to show my B-36 artifacts. While this one has an inspection date of 1962 on it, it may have not come from a B-36, probably a B-47, because they used the same identical APG-32 tailgun system. This is a radar indicator. There is a hood that would have mounted here and been quite long that you would have looked into, and it would have displayed what the radar would see in a form of a blip. These lines indicate the distance. You would have one that would track, and you would have one that would scan, and you could lock onto one. I don't know what any of these buttons do, with the exception of the obvious. This is your fire button. The gunner, there are pictures of him in books where he's holding onto this handle and pushing this button. The nomenclature on the data plate is C542 APG-32. These circuit breakers are all missing. Under this compartment here, there's all the spare bulbs that are necessary for its function. They're all in there and intact. By loosening several screws around the unit, you can open it up. And for you guys who like vintage equipment or even airplanes, the smell on the inside is amazing. You'll know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. There's the CRT tube and the endless wonder of resistors and capacitors. Like I said, all these circuit breakers are missing. This is just an indicator. This is the equivalent to an LCD screen if you're playing a video game, because that's what the APG-32 system was. I mean, it was essentially the world's first video game. Not in the sense of, you know, Pong or what we have today, but it most certainly was. There's not really a whole lot going on. I think I just said that. No vacuum tubes or anything. All of that happens in the bigger device, the much bigger device. It weighs 100 pounds. I'll show it off in another video called the Radar Central. That's the where all the RF head, the modulator, the computer, the Thyrotron, all that fed the information into that central unit, and this only conveyed the display of what the radar was seeing. Hence, it's an indicator. It has its original mount. The nomenclature is MT705 APG-32. This is identical to what would have been found on the B-36s that were equipped with the APG-32 system. That was eventually replaced with APG-41. APG-41 consisted of essentially, fundamentally, two of these APG-32 systems. The main differences being the indicator and what I would consider to be the second one of these, which allowed you to simultaneously scan for a target and be locked onto a target. I've seen in the books where this could automatically lock on and the guns could train or follow the targets. I don't know if they could do that in the 1950s or not. But that's what it says. How they could have done that with vacuum tubes, I don't know. There she is. The APG-32 tail gun indicator.